Sarah Ruthless, and welcome to Drunk Bible Stories. So in honor of Pride Month, we will be defiling the book of 1 Samuel, which is, of course, the story of David and Jonathan, honey, in 1 Samuel 15. The prophet Samuel is like BFFs with God, and God tells Sam to tell King Saul, hey, can you guys go commit a real quick genocide against the Amalekites? I just hate them for some reason, and I want them all dead. Also, make sure to tell King Saul to burn literally all of their shit because I want it as a present to me. Okay, thanks, bye. Prophet Sam relays the message. Saul goes and commits a real quick genocide. But then halfway through, he's like, I don't know, guys, feels like it'd be super wasteful to burn all of this shit. Let's keep some of it just to be environmentally friendly or whatever. Guess who finds out about this and is not soups enthused? Are you fucking shitting me right now? Sashay away, honey. Get in, bitch. We're going king shopping. So then God drags the prophet Sam to Bethlehem, and he's like, the next king is gonna be the son of a guy named Jesse. That's a super common name though. Could you maybe narrow it down a bit? Nope, bye. So finally, the prophet Sam finds some guy named Jesse, and he just invites himself over for dinner, and he's like, hey, I heard you had 7 sons. Can you just parade them in front of me like it's a beauty pageant, just for fun? And Jesse's like, yeah, sure, no problem. So Sam is just checking out all of the sons, and he's like, damn, I'd get on my knees for any one of these juicy hillbillies. But God keeps whispering in Sam's ear, the next king isn't gonna be like other boys. Wait, I thought you said you had 7? Yeah, there's one more, but he's out herding sheep or whatever. You, David, get your ass in here. And immediately, God's like, Shantae, you stay. Baby girl, how would you like to be the next king? Oh, dope. When do I start? Oh, I don't really know yet. I'm kind of more here just to anoint you with oil or whatever and let you know that someday you're gonna be king. Well, this feels kind of weird, but okay. No, this is a totally normal and super heterosexual thing to do, you silly goose. So at the exact same moment that Sam anoints David to be the next king, the Spirit of the Lord comes upon David, which means it leaves Saul. And in its place, God sends an evil spirit. So by the time Sam gets back to the palace, King Saul is just a fucking wreck. Do you have any ancient Hebrew Xanax or Ambien or a white noise machine or something? As it turns out, I actually just met this super handsome individual who happens to carry a guitar around all the time. He could probably play you some super sexy lullabies. Well, if that means you're straight up out of Klonopin, then I guess we can give it a try. Sam just calls up David and is like, hey girl, guess what? You're not actually king yet, but can you come play lullabies for the guy who is king, who we haven't totally fired yet? Yeah, I got nothing else to do, why not? So then, that's what happens though. So the Philistines, who are the big bad bullies next door, kind of out of the blue, they call up King Saul and they're like, listen, bitch, we're bored. We were thinking of doing a cute little Thunderdome situation. We're gonna pick our biggest, baddest motherfucker. You guys pick yours. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves, winner takes all. Our guy, his name is Goliath. Ever heard of him? You dumb bitch. I did the math, and according to the shekel pound exchange rate, this motherfucker was 8 feet tall, weighed 500 pounds. His armor weighed 1,000 pounds allegedly, and his fucking spear alone was 300 pounds. Holy shit, we don't have anyone to do this though. And David overhears and is like, excuse me, I volunteer as tribute. And Saul is like, aw, sweetie pie muffin baby. No, you literally could not. No, seriously, I'm a shepherd. I fight all of the predators that come for sheep, bears and wolves, probably. The point is, I'm bored and I feel like doing this. And you have nothing to lose. You know what? Great point. If you win, I will totally let you marry one of my daughters and I'll give you a bunch of money or something. So all of the Philistines and all of the Israelites come to watch what I have to assume was the hottest event of the year. And when David steps into the arena, armed with literally nothing but an itty bitty slingshot and some fucking rocks he got down by the river, even fucking Goliath is like, wait, I'm sorry, are you literally coming in here with nothing but an itty bitty slingshot? And David's like, sweetie, didn't anyone ever tell you? Size doesn't matter. It's all about how you use it. Anywho, David takes this opportunity to fly his little slingshot, and the little itty bitty rock hits fucking what's-his-face, Goliath, right in the face. And the rock, according to the Bible, the word of God, penetrates his forehead. That's what it says. Wait, can you just wait a second? Anyway, he's immediately KO'd. Motherfucker passes out, and David scampers over, grabs Goliath's own sword, and cuts off his head. It's fucking gnarly, dude. This is also a Bible story I distinctly remember, like, in Sunday school coloring books. Not the head part, probably. Anyway, so the Israelites go chasing the Philistines all the way back out of town where they came from. However, one little Israelite stays behind. It's Jonathan, and he just so happens to be the one and only son of King Saul. Okay, listen, I'm gonna try and, say this without crying, and I'm probably gonna fail. It's Pride Month, okay? Jonathan sees David literally beat Goliath. Ever heard of him? And essentially falls in love with him at first sight. And it came to pass, the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. And David and Jonathan made a covenant, and Jonathan stripped himself of the coat with which he was clothed and gave it to David, and the rest of his garments, even to his sword, and to his bow, and to his girdle. So then, just super casually, Jonathan invites David to move in with him, in a super heterosexual way. And they just are living together in the kingdom palace area situation. Meanwhile, King Saul is getting super jealous about it though. I mean, in his defense, he has been abandoned by the spirit of God, remember? And is literally being possessed by demons sent by God. What am I even reading right now? Ugh. But yeah, so David is just hanging out, spending some quality time with his roommate, Jonathan. At some point, God sends an extra ooky demon, and Saul is wow, fuck you specifically, David. And then just pulls a spear out of nowhere and tries to kill David in the middle of dinner. And David evades death narrowly and is you know what, King Saul, I think we should spend some time apart. And Saul is I understand. So then David goes to just be, I don't know, a captain in the army or whatever. And basically everyone thinks he's so good at being in the army that they start singing songs about him. They used to sing songs about how good Saul was, and Saul feels really jealous. But he's also ugh, I did try to kill you in the middle of dinner though. And also I do technically owe him for killing Goliath or whatever. So Saul invites David back to the palace, and he's listen girl, sorry I tried to kill you or whatever. I'm gonna give you one of my daughters. Is that cool? Are we cool? And David is here's the thing though, I'm just not super into that daughter specifically. Please don't make me marry her. Oh, okay, rude. How about this other daughter of mine? Her name is Michal. Okay, if you're gonna press the issue, fine, I guess I'll marry her. But don't just let me marry her because I wanna bet. She's a woman, she's a goddess, honey. You should make me still pay dowry. This gives me a juicy little idea. I could totally give you an outrageous quest to go on in lieu of a dowry that would definitely lead to your demise. And then you're not gonna usurp me as king or whatever. And David's I literally wasn't listening. I was too busy fucking your son. Perfect. The dowry is gonna be that you need to go get, are you ready? 100 Philistine foreskins. Oh, honey, my choices are between consummating a marriage with your vagina-having daughter or going on a fun little quest with my sexy boyfriend and spending several months with 100 different dicks in my face. And here's the thing. Not only does that motherfucker get 100 Philistine foreskins, he comes back with 200 Philistine foreskins. That's 200 dicks in his face that he just I assume that's the sound it makes. I don't know. It's barbaric. We shouldn't be doing it. It's out of control. Yeah, so then he comes back with just like 200 decapitated dick sweaters. And Saul is like, are you fucking kidding me? How the fuck did you even do that? I guess you get to marry my daughter. And here's a fun little thing. He marries Michal, and the Hebrew word used to describe the love that Michal has for David is Ahab. Ahab means love of a certain kind, like a deep, intimate love. And Ahab is the same word used in ancient Hebrew to describe the love that Jonathan has for fucking David. The love that Jonathan has for David and fucking him. You know, a lot of scholars will be like, okay, listen, obviously David and Jonathan weren't fucking each other in a homosexual way because all of the Hebrew words for sodomy are like shameful words. And none of those words are used when describing the relationship between David and Jonathan. Here's the thing though, I feel like that just proves the case all the more. David and Jonathan were not just fuck buddies. They were in love with each other. They were lovers. It's just exhausting. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of looking at queer stories and having to fucking just argue with idiots who don't give a shit about like our legitimacy to fucking exist. We've existed forever. We're even in here. You dumb bitches. Like, I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired. Ugh. Anyway, I'm doing great. And then things are like kind of chill for like a minute, but Saul is just getting like increasingly fucking anxious about the whole situation. And in a super redundant turn of events, in the middle of dinner again one night, he suddenly decides, uh-oh, I've been overcome with another angry, hateful, murderous spirit of the Lord, and I'm gonna try and murder you, you dumb bitch, and throws a spear at him. And David's like, okay, listen, I literally can't live like this. So Michal and Jonathan help David escape out a window. You're the love of my life. I can't quit you. Hang out in the field. I'm gonna take care of this. And David is like, I trust you. I love you. I believe you. I can't quit you either. Shut up. Anyway, fuck. Okay, so then like David just like hangs out in like the hills or whatever. And then Jonathan like takes his dad out for a walk and he's like, listen, Saul, you're acting like a dumb bitch. Could you maybe like get it together for like a minute? And Saul is like, you know what? I would literally love to get it together for a minute, but I can't because God is torturing me with psychological warfare. So I guess what I'm hearing from you is that like, you're never gonna change your mind. Like not even a little bit. Listen, I don't think I can. And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to keep chasing the love of your life around the world until I kill him. I literally hate everything about this. Basically, what I'm hearing from you is that God is an asshole and actually doesn't care at all what any of us are doing with our buttholes, specifically. He really just cares about torturing us mentally, emotionally, and physically. So I'm just gonna like go on a little trip in the mountains for a bit. Don't worry about it. It has nothing to do with anything we've been talking about. So then Jonathan goes out into the hills where David has been hiding. And he's like, yeah, dude, listen, I love you in a deep, intimate, sexual way. But my dad wants to kill you. We can't be together and it sucks. It sucks so hard. And David is like, sweetie, say less. David literally says, the love I have for you is nothing compared to the love I've had. Wait. The love I have for you exceeds that I've ever had for a woman. Y'all are really trying to tell me they were just BFFs? Go fuck yourself. And the Bible fucking says they kissed one another. They wept with one another until David exceeded. Listen, I'm not being dirty here. The Hebrew word used for exceeded is gadal, which means to magnify or to grow. They wept with one another until David grew. And the next fucking sentence is these two men swear on their seed that they will love one another forever. They couldn't quit each other. They just couldn't. They loved each other so much. Shut up, you're crying. They couldn't quit each other, and they didn't. Jonathan helped David escape, and guess who he bumped into? Plot twist, the prophet Sam. Where the fuck has he been this whole time? Why the fuck is this book even named after him? You know what? I don't fucking care. Can you help me out? That dumb bitch Saul is trying to kill me again. I do have like a fun little weapon that might help you in your quest against him. It's the Sword of Goliath. How the fuck did Sam get fucking Sword of Goliath? Like, at no point was it ever explained how Samuel got the sword. Oh, wait, my bad. He wasn't with Samuel. He was with a different guy named Ahimelech. Okay, well then how did Ahimelech get the fucking sword? I don't know, dude. The point is, it's Pride Month and I'm exhausted. And David and Jonathan were lovers. They were just like wild gay cowboys, and it was hot. And it was beautiful. I just want to be a gay cowboy. It's all I've ever wanted to be. My name is Sarah Ruthless, and this has been Drunk Bible Stories. Happy Pride, kids.